Good morning, everyone, and it is January the 2nd of 2021. Welcoming 2021. Hoping that it's a better year this year. Last year, it's been very devastating, and we're still trying to survive it, all of us. So, I wanted to show you what I was making on the 2nd of January. I didn't do much on January the 1st because on January the 31st, we had, and we were just kind of just relaxing. I didn't feel like cooking, so we bought me and my friend, we got together. Well, I had some goodies, and then we kind of put our goodies together, and we just snacked, and we had a good time and just relaxing. And then all of a sudden, she gets a call that her dog was hit. The people with the fireworks in the neighborhood, which are really illegal, they were blowing up those those bombs that you could actually feel the windows vibrate, which is illegal, but they were blowing them up in the neighborhood. He took off and he ran away, and he got hit by a car. And a lot of dogs, I'm sure, have done the same thing. And he's a really sweet dog. His name is Zoe. And it was one of her daughter's favorite dogs, and was given to her. She got it at the same time her daughter got her other dog, and her daughter's dog had passed away, and so did her daughter last year. So my heart goes out to her. She's had some really devastating losses. I know about losses. It's very painful. And I lost my dog also. I think a couple years ago I lost my dog, and it's hard because dogs are family members. So I got this cat. She drives me crazy, but I love her. I have her on meds as well because she has a lot of anxiety, and I can relate to that. So this dog was hurt, and so we spent the whole day yesterday. I helped her. I was going to make this stuffed bread with some ground meat, and what ended up happening, we ended up at the hospital. We took him the day after. She said, "Mary, I got to take him to the vet," and it was a good thing. He was panting a lot, and he had a punctured wound and 2 cracked ribs. So we were at the hospital all day, and the vets in this hospital gave her such a wonderful deal. They helped her. She's really trying to recover financially from the loss of her child. And so anyways, they took care of her dog, and what could have been over $2,000 ended up being less than $900, which I wanted to give a shout out to this veterinarian. They're called Vista. I'm sure everybody's situation is different, but so they're a veterinarian, and I wanted to thank you. They're the frontliners, and they helped her. What they had to do was they had to remove the air out of, because his lung had the puncture, and when he was breathing it was very painful, and air was seeping out of this puncture, and which wasn't so bad, but was bad enough so air can seep out. I guess the impact of the car that hit the dog while puncturing the wound allowed some air, and they took out about 1 liter of air out of surrounding his lungs. So Zoe, we're hoping for a quick recovery, and he's doing well. And so the doctor did the procedure, and we're keeping a close eye on him, and we're watching him, and we're making sure that he doesn't have a lot of air seepage. So anyway, so I'm tired. She's tired. We're both tired. So I'm going to make this soup. It's called Posole, but I'm going to make it with turkey. It's usually made with pork, and it's usually made red. Traditionally, it's made red, but I've made this soup before, and it's going to be green, and I'll show you how to. I'll just show you the ingredients, what I use. I'm not showing you how to make it because it's already done. So this is what I made. So I had some leftover turkey still from Thanksgiving. And you just have to look at your guidelines to see how long you keep your turkey. But what you can do is you basically heat it up, you cook it, and then you can refreeze it. Cool it down like you would normally, and then you refreeze it. Sorry about that. You freeze it. So that's already boiled. I'm going to turn that off. And then what I did was I sauteed some onions. I sauteed an onion, a small onion, or half of a large onion. I sauteed it in some oil. And then what I did was add a little bit extra oil, and I added a Anaheim pepper, a whole Anaheim pepper, and a jalapeno and a serrano, and I toasted it on the cast iron skillet. I even covered it, and then I sweated it, and then you roast, or you can roast it over an open fire. And then I just went ahead and I put it in a bag so it can sweat. I peeled it, chopped it up finely, and put it in with the turkey meat. And I deglazed the bottom with the broth. You can deglaze the bottom of the pan after it's. You don't want to lose that fond in there, so you deglaze it with a little bit of broth. And then on the bottom of the pan, and then you add your meats, and then you add your some more broth. And then what I did was, I love this hominy. It reminds me of my grandmother's hominy. It's probably the best hominy I have ever had, and I got it at a co-op store, and it's so delicious. It tastes just like my grandma's hominy out in the ranch in Mexico, and how she used to process it on her ranch. And then I added a half of Las Palmas green chili enchilada sauce, and I like adding garbanzo beans. So I drain it and I just stick them in there. I don't really rinse them. You can if you want, and the same goes here. I don't really rinse. I just put it in. I figure whatever's in there, it'll because I'm bringing it to a nice boil. So, and it's been boiling for a while because I want all those flavors to incorporate. And then what I did was I added, so I added 2 of these cans. And how much broth I added? Well, this is like a what, 2 quart, 4 quart? I don't know. It's one of those cast irons. I never really pay attention. So I just added enough broth in there, probably halfway, and then added the green chili enchilada sauce. And then I added one of these, salsa verde. You don't want to add water because it'll just not taste good. So you want to add some kind of stock or some kind of broth from, and I added some stock that I made from the turkey bones that I had with this turkey, and I made a stock, and so I froze it. And then I went ahead and thawed it out, and then boiled it down, and then just added it to the soup. So it's good to have some stock in your refrigerator that you make on your own, or you can find some. I'm sure you can find some, but I wouldn't add water. It's more flavorful. And so I added a little bit of comino, which is probably about a teaspoon, and a little pinch of chili peppers flakes. And then a handful of chopped cilantro. Make sure you rinse it. I always do. And so I just allow it to boil, and it's so flavorful. And this is what I'm having on the 2nd of January because it brings so many memories of my mama cooking, my aunts cooking, making pozole. It's a traditional food. It's usually used for hangovers, but I don't think I have one. So I think we're just tired and exhausted from taking Zoe to the hospital, and that's what we did on the 1st of January. We spent the whole day at the hospital, so we're recovering, and this is what I'm making today. Okay, and Happy New Year, and I will talk to you later. I hope this year is very prosperous, and blessings to all. Thank you.